Good evening, dear student. I am Mahesh, Assistant Professor, UCR Allahabad, United College of Engineering and Research, Allahabad. Today, I am going to talk about force acting on the well foundation. First of all, we see here the elevation diagram of the elevation of the well foundation. Here is the horizontal force, and then it is vertical force. First of all, the force which is mainly act on the well foundation is dead load. What is dead load? The dead loads carried by the well included the weight of the superstructure and the self weight of the well foundation. Means whatever the load is coming from the superstructure and the weight of the foundation, we will include that is dead load. Second one is live load. The design live load for railway bridges are taken according to Indian Railway Bridge rules for road bridges. The live load as specified by Indian Road Congress standard specification and code of practice for road bridges means whatever the uh, whatever the value of live load is given by the IRC, we should take that load in the account to calculate the live load for the well foundation. Because if you are going to construct a bridge, for that the specific values are given to you. Next one is impact load. The impact effect due to the live load is considered only in the design of pier cap and the bridge seat on the abutment. For all other member of the wall, the effect of impact is ignored. Means here is the cap of the well foundation. For design of this, we should be considered the impact load, because the mainly the load which is coming from the bridges and whatever structure you are going to construct, that will directly come on this cap. For this cap design, we should be considered impact load. For other other part of the structure, not considered or ignored the impact load. Next load is that is wind load. Wind load on the live load superstructure and the part of the superstructure located above the water table are calculated according to the provision of IS 875. The wind load act on the exposed area in the elevation, and thus it acts laterally on the bridge. Means the wind load is acted on the well foundation, and this wind load we should be consider according to the IS 875. In this IS code, all the value regarding this wind load is given. Next is water pressure. The water pressure due to the water current acts on the part of superstructure which lies between the water level and the maximum score level. This is the score level, and next the water level may be here and may be here. What is the score level? Score level is that level where the water is going to erode the material, soil, and whatever the type of soil is there. On pier, the we are talking about the water pressure. The water pressure due to the water current acts on the part of superstructure which lies between the water level and maximum score level. On piers parallel to the direction of the water, the intensity of water pressure is given by P is equal to K into V square. Here P is the intensity of pressure in kilonewton per meter square, and K is the constant and depending upon the shape of the wall. Next, that is V, that is velocity, is meter per second. This from this formula we can easily calculate the water pressure. Next is the longitudinal forces. The longitudinal forces occur due to tractive and braking forces. The forces depend upon the type of vehicle and bearing. These forces are transmitted to superstructure mainly through fixed bearing and through friction is in movable bearing. Means the longitudinal forces is mainly the tracking due to the tractive and braking forces. The tractive forces which is generally act to the due to the vehicles, and also the braking forces is generally acting due to the vehicles, and we can calculate through the calculation. Next is centrifugal force. It is mainly considered, the centrifugal force is mainly considered when the vehicle is moved on the road surface of a bridge. Then one is centrifugal force, under is centrifugal force. Only we are calculate here centrifugal force, because the centrifugal force is transmitted through the bearing in the bridge is curved in plane. Next is buoyant forces. Buoyant forces reduce the effective weight of the wall in masonry or concrete staining. 50% buoyancy is considered to account for pronunciations. Means when we are going to construct a well and mainly it is constructed on the water level or river, in that condition the force will act upward and it reduce the 15% the total weight of the foundation. Next is temperature stresses.